Hi, this is Sambasam, Assistant Professor in the Department of Mechatronics Engineering at SNS College of Technology, Coimbatore. Hope everybody is safe. In this video, we are going to discuss about the continuation of the previous video, right? So, in the previous video, we discussed about the hexagonal prism development of surfaces, right? Especially hexagonal prism, we have drawn the basic development how it viewed without a cut section that has been discussed, right? Now in this video we are going to discuss about after the cut section how it looks like. Normally it looks like that rectangular surfaces with 6 edges when it is an tear from the particular joining edge. Now we are going with the sectional view and how the section has been drawn and through this kind of surface. Now I am moving to the solid software for the clear understanding, right? So when I look software, I am going to start where I left, right? So this is the normalized software. Now we are going to cut the particular session, right? So cutting surface is always like an higher surface. So I like to choose a red color mode for from where it has to be cut. So before that, they have mentioned, right? So they have mentioned such that face it is 45 degree and passing through 15 mm below the top of the axis. So we have to from the top of axis we have to draw the 15 mm line. So the 15 for clear understanding, I would like to give it in a rose color. Okay, then it will shows the 15 mm line, right? So from this point, I can make it as 40 mm length because to go outside, right? So at an angle of they have given us 45 degree makes an angle, right? So I have drawn the 45 mm. Similarly, from opposite side, I have to draw in an 80 mm line. So sorry, 80 mm line. So it will comes outside of the surface, right? So I need to make this total angle. So it always makes for 180 degree minus 45 degrees means you will get a 135, right? Sorry. So it will be minus 135, right? So from this point I have to draw 80 mm line minus 135. So it will look like this one. So for like a little bit understanding, I have to draw this one straight line for also sorry. So I'm going to use the trim option for remove the excess surfaces. So similarly, I am going to remove the excess surface. Now the visible edges, right? So the from the visible edges will be this one and this one, final this one and this one. So this will be your cutted views, right? So from this section we can able to understand these are the cutted that has to be displayed here. Now I like to start from this point. So this point is always moves towards a thin line, which is I'm going to use red color option. So the again I have to draw line by line surface. From this point, I'm going to draw a thin line from this surface to surface. Before that, I have to mark, right? This will be your P. This will be your Q. This will be your R. In reverse order, you can make it as something else. This will be your R. So now I like to take this point from this point to similarly. So I have to name this as A1. This as 2. This as 3. This as 4. This as 5. This as 6. Again, this has 1 because outer surface look like this. Similarly, this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D, this is E, this is F. Again, it is A. Now I'm going to draw a line from this point. This surface is 1 to A, right? So I'm going to touch this 1 to A. Similarly, from this point, right? So from this point, I have to draw the surface is 2 to B, right? This is where is 2 to B. From this surface, I have to draw. Similarly, the opposite surface is 6 to F, right? So I'm going to touch with 6 to F. Similarly, from this point, I have to draw the surface which is already is there. So this is 3 to 5 or 3 to C again from 5 to E, right? So this is how I have to join these points. Now I like to join the surfaces from this point to this one, from this to C, C to E, again E to F, then again this one and this one, and again this one, again this one, and again this one, and again this one, and again this. Similarly, I have to draw a line from this type to surface in red color. So from this type to this, and similarly from this to this, similarly from D to E, similarly from E to F5, similarly from this surface to this surface. Now I like to take this clicking every surfaces, right? Because for a clear understanding we have to make this a different color, otherwise it will be like it cannot be visible to all, right? So this size, I'm going to this size is 35 mm, and the different color is 10. So now you look this so this is how the real surfaces will look like. Hope everybody is understood or cope with this. Maybe, and also we can mention this P, this is Q, this is R, this is R, and this one is R dash. This will be your Q, this will be your P, right? This will be your P. Oops. This will be your P. Hope everybody is understood the basic diagrams, right? So I have made some error, right? So again, this line has to travel to this much end. So again, the line has to be drawn with 35 mm with a thick line, right? So I'm going to this using black line. Again, it will be joined here. Then it will be joined here like this. So this is how the final. When we remove the traces, we can able to see how the surfaces will look like, right? So this is how the surface will looks like. So this is the major surface. Hope everybody has understood the basics of how the hexagonal prism and developmental surface has to be drawn. Thank you for watching this video. I will catch up in your next video. Till then, bye bye. Signing off by Samsung, Assistant Professor, SNS College of Technology.